king, oh, you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like a haunted house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party when I come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the league, but you ain't hooping around and tear it out. Before you judge me.
Go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the bass. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage or $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kangol, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let you heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab. Pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the bag. Young Chris a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. I'm downstairs. What you mean? Girl. I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, be waiting, confused like what happened. You get attitude cause I'm getting mad, cause you wanna take 20 minutes and a half. And on top of that, I gotta get gas, out of the freeway, picked up traffic. What the is you doing? We gotta dip, 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 dip. Cardi, yeah. Watch your tick, 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 tick. Waiting for that last minute for your hell. Now stop playing games, go and bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Took me 20 to get ready, yo. Shower moisturizer and the fit I had on yesterday. Uniform necessities, multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like,
Hey, how you doing? I ain't too bad.
ha 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 ha. Hit her with a few fake laughs. She talking my ear off. It's sympathy I lack. I care about one thing. What up? Anyway, gotta pay a little more. If we late to the jack, gotta jet cause the boat leave at 8. And we got some fur on the upper deck in the orchestra. Gon' play it. Score for every Ablo project. You ain't scared to change cause it's in coming out your pockets. My fruity and slip. I'm rude a little bit. Don't be acting so appalled. All y'all girl, let it put so much into tonight. And you just don't care. Now stop playing games, gun. Bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time.
You're always rushing me. Relax, chill, alright?
Tonight, just don't care. Playing games, gun. Bring your downstairs.
White tripping. I'm coming. I'm finishing my makeup. Can you just relax? Like, it takes a long time. Like, it's not that serious. I think I left something in the house.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm the. I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk. I talk the talk.
Today.
from Lumen Field in Seattle. It's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Jets.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New York Jets and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. It's been a good season for them so far, and they're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he's been, in my mind, the best player in the NFL at this point of the season. And I think if you polled folks with a ballot, and I certainly have one, I think they'd say he's the front runner for MVP. So now it comes down to finishing out the season strong. And a good game here would certainly strengthen his case.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. This defense for the Jets, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. Flushed out right. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The Seahawks at 14-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He completes this to Walker. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by the second overall pick out of BYU, now in his second season, and that's Zach Wilson.
And he's been, in my mind, the best player in the NFL at this point of the season. And I think if you polled folks with a ballot, and I certainly have one, I think they'd say he's the front runner for MVP. So now it comes down to finishing out the season strong. And a good game here would certainly strengthen his case.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A little juke. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Ball again on 2nd down. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And that'll bring up 4th down and a big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, partners, the first quarter too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Now it's Lockett. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. Man, those numbers from last week. What do you call a game like that? Monumental? A career game?
Yeah, every one of those adjectives you can pull up. Monumental, mammoth, massive. But you also know that he wants another one just like it in this game. He doesn't plan on slowing down.
Man, if he duplicates that, that would be history. And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
And that is a historic run for him, partner. With that pickup, he just broke Lamar Jackson's 2019 record for most yards in a season by a quarterback. No one has done it better across a 16 or a 17-game schedule. Now his name will be forever linked with the best runners to ever play at that position.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And did he get in? No! They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him. The mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the 3rd quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch. How much?
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and a rout is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And now out come the Jets. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Wilson. Open man is Uzomah. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Returnable for Lockett. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give for Walker running right. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Noah Fant with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks open the lead up to 34-0. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes this 35-0 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do they do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
Now Wilson, he's got the connection to Moore. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's Braden Mann now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fielded at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle, and even 40 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now back to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. To throw is Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Had no man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Now Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And New York set to take the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Al Woods in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff would be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go play action here on first down. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. To the right side, this is Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are pouring it on. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The New York set to take the field. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scary, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sheldon Rankins. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. To throw is Wilson. Throwing on 3rd and long. And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing. Coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running right, here's Walker. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Seahawks just continue to roll. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, they're stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
The kick you field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Wilson. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Darrell Taylor, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ochena Nwosu in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And now the rookie's free. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Wilson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over instead.
Touchdown, Jets. Braxton Berrios, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to at least get one score back. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Zerline good with a PAT. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Forced out to his left. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Throwing is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's in his zone. Second quarter already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Running left is Walker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 105 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. It's Humphreys. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! Noah Fant with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And This will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend with the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, two cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Berrios. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Let's go now. Move it, 19. Go, go, go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Time to go, 99.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go. You tighten up. 57.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 113 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Now let's get there. Mike 9. Mike 9. Watch the screen. Pass. No, no, no.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert. RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
On play action, they'll throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout.
Biggie. Honestly, I see no Biggie.